Hey guys, so 5 CEOs of the largest health insurance companies in the US were just called to testify before Congress. These companies include UnitedHealth, CVS Health, Cigna, Elevance, and Blue Shield's parent company. And by the way, these 5 companies control health insurance for over 160 million Americans, which is about half the country. So when these companies raise prices or deny coverage, they basically have the power to affect a massive amount of people. And that's why Congress even cares about what they're doing. What triggered this hearing was the fact that at the end of last year, government subsidies for health insurance ended. If you don't know, a subsidy is when the government helps pay part of your insurance bill so your monthly cost or your premium is lower. You still buy insurance, but the government chips in to make it more affordable. When those subsidies ended, people's monthly insurance bills went up. In a lot of cases, premiums doubled or even tripled. For many people, that increase alone is equivalent to their rent money. And that's just for insurance, before they even get to see a doctor. At the same time regular people are struggling to pay these higher bills, insurance companies are reporting record-breaking profits. Their CEOs are making tens of millions of dollars a year. So the world is basically asking, why are we paying more when they're the ones making more? That's the emotional core of this whole situation. When the CEOs were asked to explain this, they said, "We're not the problem, we're just the middlemen." What they're implying is that hospitals charge too much, drug companies charge too much, and the insurance companies are just passing these costs along. They're basically saying, don't blame us for your high prices, blame the healthcare system in this country. And I think that explanation feels dishonest to a lot of people. Take CVS for example. They don't just sell insurance, they also own pharmacies. They control systems that decide which medications their insurance will cover and which ones it won't. If you haven't caught on by now, that's basically a huge scheme. One company can decide what drugs are covered, decide where you can get them, and decide how much you'll pay for them. That's called vertical integration, where one company controls multiple layers of the same industry. And this can also look a lot like a monopoly, because when one company has that much control, real competition disappears. In fact, CVS controls about 30% of all prescriptions in the US. So if they control prescriptions, sell you the insurance, and make drug access decisions, ask yourself, where's the competition even supposed to come from? On top of high prices, there's also the issue of denied coverage. Statistically, about 1 in 5 medical claims gets denied. There are even cases where people were denied hospital care after having a stroke, which is insane. So now, even if you pay thousands of dollars for insurance, your healthcare still isn't guaranteed. Coverage you're supposed to have can be rejected for no real reason. At that point, insurance really isn't protection, it's more of a gamble. Instead of everyone agreeing on solutions, lawmakers mostly just blamed each other. Republicans say Obamacare caused rising costs, and that the government involvement made everything worse. Democrats say Republicans killed the subsidies, and that's why we're in this crisis. Maybe both sides have some truth, but neither side is actually fixing the core issue. You also have to step back and look at how expensive healthcare has become overall. The average family health insurance plan is almost $30,000 a year. Last year alone, the US spent over $5 trillion on healthcare. That means 1 out of every $5 circulating in our economy goes towards healthcare. No other wealthy or developed country spends anywhere near that amount. So now, we're left waiting to see if anything actually changes. The House passed a bill to restore subsidies for 3 years, but the Senate hasn't taken it up yet. President Trump released a healthcare plan too, but so far it feels more like a vague brainstorm than an actual plan with details. Thanks for watching.